My friend and host of the Spanish CRO Cafe podcast, Ricardo Tallar, founded his company Flat 101 back in 2013, and about half a year ago he sold the company. At the show in Barcelona, we had a conversation about his case and the consolidation of the CRO market in general, and we recorded that live for you all to listen to. The CRO Cafe podcast is made possible by Klaviyo, VWO, and the Online Influence Institute. Ricardo, I heard this. I heard this rumor. Flat 101. You sold the company like a month ago, and I want to talk to you about that. I think that's an interesting development for all CRO agencies out there.
Yes.
How these are developing, and we see also in other countries, see a lot of companies merging. Either merging or being acquired. So, but first of all, let's start. How did you start Flat 101? When did it start, and how did you build the company?
Well, first of all, maybe we have to say that it's not like a normal merchant acquisition operation.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like I sell my company and everything is done. It's not so simple, but we can talk about this later.
It's more like they investing and you can still do what you want, right?
Yes, it's something like that, yeah.
And you have extra resources.
Yes, yes. We started, I think, like most entrepreneurs, just from scratch. I was 38, I think. Yes, I was 38 or 37 when we started.
For all those people out there that are no longer 20 and think, okay, my time is done.
Yes, that's why.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, that's why I say it, because it always seems that you can only be an entrepreneur if you are in your 20s, or you have a little bit to lose. You know what I mean? But at that time I had 2 kids, mortgage, everything that makes life be funny. So I said, yeah, well, maybe the time is now. The time is now. The time is not when you want. The time is. The time is when it comes naturally. So I was working in a company leading the digital department with almost 100 people for 6 years, and I didn't like the way we do things. So I started my own company, and I started from scratch with 4 business partners more, and we started from nothing. It's true that we have one asset that was very valuable. It's that I've been publishing in blogging, podcasting, making videos since 2006.
Yeah.
So when we started, I was making content for 6 or 7 years. And that gives you some credibility, some visibility, and that's how we started with very small clients. And we started from scratch. The first 8 months, I remember that we earned nothing, and nothing means nothing. No, any single euro in your bank account. So it's hard to handle, but we start growing, and year by year we were growing around 20%, 50% each year by year, and in 2021 now we are almost 150 people.
Yeah.
So that's how we started.
Yeah, and now you have this collaboration with Indra.
Yes.
So for those people outside of Spain that don't know Indra, it's not a small company.
No, it's not. No, it's not a small company. It's the biggest Spanish company in technology.
Yeah.
So it's around 50,000 people working there worldwide. So it's one of the main 35 companies of the country. It's one of the 3 companies that build assets and hardware for the control of the aerial space of the world. So they are very strong in technology.
Yeah. And both hardware and software, right?
Yes, yes, and also digital services.
Yeah.
So as we started maybe 3 or 4 years ago, some companies started talking to me about, hey, what do you want to do with your company? Are you looking for investors? Are you thinking in being backed by other big one? Do you want to merge with other companies? And I started this kind of conversations in the last 4 years. So when Indra comes around 18 months ago, we started talking, and they told me we are a big tech company, but we want to be the best in CRO because we want to invest in this field, in this area. So we think you are the best in CRO that we can find here in Spain and almost around the world, and we want to invest in you. So we want your company to be part of our group, but in our experience, the best way for your company to grow healthy and to keep us strong, it's to keep independent. So you will be part of this big piece that Indra is, but you will remain completely independent with your own culture, with your own way of working, with your own message, and with your own communication, and your own economics. Everything will be the same, except the fact that you are inside a very big group. And that's the core deal. That's the core deal. And that's how we are working right now. And the best thing is that it's true. There's no dark side.
Yeah.
You know, because when you know that a big company is making deals with the small ones, you always think of, hey, I'm sorry, because this small one is going to be swallowed by the big one and will disappear. And it's not our case. We have this in a very, very long and complex contract, but we stay independent and we remain with our own culture and our own way of doing.
Yeah. One of the things that you told me yesterday, I think it was quite interesting, is that a lot of companies that do CRO, they struggle a bit with with who they're talking to at the company. It's often at the execution level, helping people execute on user research or implementing tools or helping them with the data, which is of course fine, that's definitely needed. But when you start the conversation, it might be very helpful if you don't start talking with those people, but start talking with management or higher up. And like in the podcast, we're often talking about the culture of experimentation. That definitely needs to be part of that. And I think one of the key things you mentioned yesterday, that this merger, not the acquisition, the collaboration allows you to step in on a higher level. Can you elaborate on that a bit?
Yeah, that's true, because everybody that starts running a company first try to approach to potential clients.
Yeah.
And you always try to talk with the CEO, with the CMO, with someone that starts with a C, so with a C level.
Yeah.
And you always try. But you don't achieve that goal so easily. So probably you will start talking with guys like you and me that are working inside a big company and say, hey, I need your help, but my budget, it's so low, and I can only hire you for a so short period of time, or just for a one-shot project, all this kind of stuff. So this is normal. This is the way we all start. But if you want to grow your business, you have to climb higher mountains. And if you have to climb higher mountains, you really need to talk with the people who has the big bag of money, the people who has the budget. And these are the C levels. So how can you go there to the C levels? You need contacts, or you need to be in some places. You can be in those places paying money, of course, and you can be in those places having contacts. That's why we all start partnershiping with other companies, just to say, hey, I have your contacts, I have mine, let's share, blah, blah, blah. So that was a very important thing, because we have very big clients, but we start in those clients with small doors, with small projects. And I always say, hey, come on, we can do a 4 million euros project. We can do it. We have the expertise, and we have the skills, and we can do it. But we don't know the guy who has to take that decision.
You're not talking to the person that has 4 million or more budget.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you have a good merging or collaboration with a big company that really has those kind of contacts, you directly start speaking with that kind of people.
Yeah.
And those kind of people are the ones that are going to open you big doors. I know this is maybe something a little bit tough, but that's the truth.
Yeah.
And it happens to you and to me. I thought we run a small business, because when a potential provider comes to me and say, hey, Ricardo, I want to talk to you about my tool, blah, 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 and I don't know that tool, I always say, yes, it's so interesting, but please talk with this guy, and I give you an email. So that's the same thing that companies are doing to us. So that's why you need those kind of contacts to talk to the proper person.
Yeah.
And this is something that a big company can give you, and it's so difficult to build by your own. Of course you can do it. My baby, you need 10 years, 15 years, 10 years. Yeah. I don't want to spend 10 years doing that.
No. Yeah, exactly. And being part of the larger group, I think it's great that they're, and it's not, so to be clear, Indra is taking over many companies, they own many companies, and they've done this more often, right? That they don't incorporate the whole company they acquire. They have a lot of these satellite companies, so they already have a track record of doing this.
Yes.
And
they've been doing that for the last 3 years, and I think it's a very smart strategy.
Yeah. I mean, you see it failing at a lot of companies when they merge a company. The reason they acquire an external company is because they are unique and they're doing something that a bigger company isn't capable of doing.
Exactly.
But then if you merge them into your whole organization, you lose that advantage.
Yeah, exactly. And the nightmare comes and everything goes to ruin and everything is sad. Yeah, you're right. That's why they started doing this kind of agreements 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And the idea, when I first talked with the CEO, she told me, think of Indra like a planet. It's a very big planet. And you will be a satellite. So you are around the planet, but you are not part of the planet. So if the planet explodes, if we have a very big problems, they are not going to affect you. You are part of the system, of the solar system. But you are just a satellite. You are like the moon, like any other companies we have. And I think that I really love about this agreement is that I could talk in a complete transparent way with the CEO of the other company that had achieved an agreement like this 3 years ago. So this guy has 3 years of long road with this experience. And I told him, I asked him, if you had to take some decision 3 years ago about merging Indra with the knowledge you have now, will you do it again? And he told me, absolutely yes. In these 3 years, nobody has asked me for nothing. Nobody has forced me to do anything I don't want to do. Nobody has put over me any kind of pressure, talking about politics, all these kind of things. Yeah. So that was a 2-hour conversation, and it really made me understand that this is the right place and this is the right time.
Cool. Yeah. And often when you see these things happening, then the original founders are, they're done with it. Okay, we've sold the place, now we can do something else. But this structure also seems to indicate to me that you're not done with it. You want to accelerate whatever you're having.
Sure.
So besides having these extra contacts and entrances to the C level, what are the other things that you hope this brings you as a company and you as a person? How does this enable you to grow even faster?
I think this is like a journey. So we've been struggling the last almost 8 years to make the company strong and to make it grow. And now we have, in the future years, a very big challenge. And I want to be part of that challenge. I don't want to lose that part of the journey. This is like a roller coaster. So now we have climbed in the roller coaster to the higher point. And I don't want to leave now because I want to feel the funny part, because now we are going to have much more resources. One example I told to the team is, imagine that we want to build an office in Mexico. Of course, we speak Spanish, we are from Spain, so we speak Spanish, and we have a very, very big potential market in America, in Latin America. So imagine we have to do, we want to make an office in Mexico. If I have to do that by my own, with my own resources, of course I can do it. But I don't know a single word about how to start a business like mine in Mexico. So I have to start again from absolutely scratch. And that's so hard. It takes a lot of time. Now I'm inside a planet that has 600 people working there in Mexico. that can, in a week or 2 weeks, can tell me, hey, you can now come to Mexico because here you have your office, legally everything is done, and you can start your business here in Mexico. That's the potential, that's the power. It's not a question of if we are able or not to achieve the goal. Of course we are able. It's a question about the time and the effort you need to achieve the goal. So if you merge with other guys like you that really respect your way of working, that really respect your culture, it's like stop riding a small motorcycle and start riding a very big one. So now you can go 200 kilometers per hour before you were riding 50. You know what I mean? That's the main difference.
Yeah.
But for me, the most important thing is to keep culture safe, to keep way of working safe, to keep the way, because we are a reputation company. We have grown only doing things as best as we could. So this is something secret, this is something sacred that we cannot change in any way, in absolutely any way. We can enrich that, we can make it more powerful, of course, sure, but we cannot start doing things any other way. Remote working is an example. The core companies don't do remote working. We do. So we will keep doing it, of course, because it's part of our culture. Just one single thing.
Yeah, exactly. And do you see this happening more often in Spain also, like in other industries, or in digital in general? In the Netherlands, for example, we'll see this happening with specific agencies that are building, for example, building Magento. They are merging. We see it with SEO companies, or more the traffic-focused digital marketing companies. Is this also something that's happening here?
Yeah, I think it's going to happen not only in Spain, around the world, because of COVID, all investors, all companies have said, hey, we have to be the strongest that we could in digital.
Yeah.
So if we don't have those skills, if we don't have those kind of teams, what's our best option? Merging. And if you want to survive as a business, you have to do it too. You have to be smart, because I have had other companies before, and it went really bad. So you also have to learn from your past mistakes. And there's a very common problem when you're an entrepreneur, that you are really in love with your company. You are really in love with your company. Some people love their companies more than their wives or husbands or children, even. So you are so in love with your company that you are not able to see that you cannot grow as fast as you really need. And you think you are strong, and you think no one is going to put you out of the market. But these things happen, and happens so easily.
Yeah, so COVID has been accelerating that trend that was already there, I think. But the trend that people need, and also that the VCs now have more money to spend now that they've been been very tight last year with spending money, playing it safe, and now things are opening up a bit.
Yes.
I mean, still goes up and down, of course, but they're opening up a bit more, and they're opening up to buying emerging companies.
Yeah, I think that if your company is profitable, first of all, is profitable more than 15% each year before paying taxes, and your company is more than 100 people, somebody's going to call in you in the next months for sure. Yeah. If you are in e-commerce, SEO, paid media, doesn't matter. Somebody's going to call you for sure. Then you have to decide if you want to go there or not. Of course, it's a free choice, but it's one option.
Yeah. But if it's not you, it's going to be the competitor that's going to be bought or merged with someone else, and then you might have a bigger problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's something to consider.
Yeah, yes, that's something to consider. Besides, you have to think that if you are not, that if you don't want to merge, or if you don't want to be acquired, or if you want to collaborate in this kind of contracts, any other guys will do it.
Yeah.
So your competitors could be strong or weak. It depends also on your decisions.
Yeah. exactly.
I'm happy. I think it's a very good decision. I'm happy for all the team. We've been talking, my business partners and I, we've been talking for months and months about is the right time, is not the right time, we should have to do it. Please don't do it. Yes, we gotta do it. It's the best. No, it's not the best. A lot of questions, a lot of time.
Yeah.
But
you can imagine it's also. I mean, as a founder of the company and responsible for 150 people, that's a tough thing to be doing for many years. And this also gives more security for everyone working at Flat 101.
Yeah, I really care about people in the company. I really do. It's not just telling. I really do. And I told you yesterday, we have other companies that put on the table money to do that, a lot of money, but we have to change for that. We have to change, and we have to do things other way, and that's not a good idea. Because if you are unique for how you do things, and you stop being unique, that's the beginning of your end.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean. So I really care about people in the company. I really want they could be the best professionals they could, the best person that you could, because you are inside a company that really cares about you. Yeah. Not only saying, doing it, and that's important. And I'm happy for that because I feel respected, and I feel that we have now a huge amount of people that is pushing us to be the best version that we could in the future.
Yeah, and I can imagine that if you, like you said, you are now able to step in on a higher level at those companies that you're talking to, your clients or potential clients, which also probably means that the projects, like I said, the projects can become bigger. So it's going to be a more fun challenge, I think, for the people working at Flat 101.
Yeah.
It's going to be
because
really cool new project.
Yeah, because if you start working at a higher level with so big companies, you have a lot of challenges there about CMS, about technology, even about the language that people is using in the meetings, even about the impact of your work. Yeah. That's so nice. I think that's everybody wants to try at least once. So now we have that choice. So what we have to do is do our best to make it the best.
Cool.
You know? So that's the goal, and that's the movement.
Cool. Yeah. Thank you so much. Congratulations on this. Seems very exciting.
Thank you.
We'll be talking more today. And I think you need to have a panel to go to.
Yes.
So good luck with that.
Thank you so much. And just one more thing. If you are an entrepreneur or if you are running or managing a company and you want to talk about this at more specific level, please contact Guido, contact me. I don't mind. I really love to help people with my experience. So if you want to know more about this kind of operation or the things you have to know not to be cheated by anyone, feel free to contact me. It will be a pleasure to help some people.
Yeah, exactly. And for people that don't know, you're a lawyer, so that helps.
You don't have to say that. You don't have to say that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.